And here we are with the finale of our case of 2526 Series 1. So let's get into box 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so coming into the last three boxes here, I checked we're missing 7 Young Guns. I think Zane Parekh is probably the only notable name though on the list, although we're also missing the checklist that has Demidov's picture on it. So outside of those 7, we're just hoping for another Demidov. And here we go with our last 3 boxes. Okay, we've got Encore, Compadres, and look at that. Right off the bat, we get our second Demidov. So that is a great way to start box number 10. Now let's see if we can pair that off with a nice outburst. We got a population count to 1,000, William Eklund. Next pack, we've got our first canvas of this set. Here's another, oh, this is one we were missing actually, it's Skarek. So down to 6. Next pack, we got another Encore. Next pack, we got another Sobrengo, still not an Ottawa Senator. Flew right by this tracking systems there. Next pack, okay, oh, no, that's a Dazzler. Thought maybe we had an outburst here. It's going to be Philip Gustafson. We got a canvas. Jake Neighbors. A Cup Quest. All right, that's half of box 10 down. Next pack, we've got Encore, Bustle, and then there's an A-Balls. And here is our outburst. It does not look like a Young Guns. It is not. So we're going to have 2 more shots at outburst Young Guns there. Hopefully we hit on both. We should hit on one for sure. Next pack. Canvas Sidney Crosby. We got another Young Gun. It's Jacob Quillen, so we had that already. There's a blue Encore phony box hit. We got insert Mark Gatcomb. And last pack of this box, Panarin Sparkly Compadres. We got a Merzlurkins canvas. And that is it for box 10. All right, well, we got the Demidov, so can't complain about that box. On to box 11 here. See what we can find. There's just a base checklist. Another Encore. And there's a Dvorsky Young Gun. Next pack, we've got another base deluxe. So here's our second of the case. Matthew Tkachuk this time. We got a canvas Stankoven. Here's another one of those tricky Young Guns that makes it look like a deluxe, but it's just because it's a goalie standing in a crease. Still looking for 6 Young Guns that we don't have, including Zane Parekh. We've got an Encore, Compositions, Compadres. Next pack, we've got Sizzle Reel, Here's a young gun, Colton Dock. Here's a Dougie Hamilton Dazzler. Canvas, Brendan Hagel. A portrait. We've got Slavkovsky Encore, Compadres. Hey, Tim Wash, that is one of the young guns we were missing, so down to 5. We got an Outburst, and it's a young gun. Would be cool if this guy was going to be an Ottawa Senator, but Sabrango, I think it was Carolina, took him, maybe Florida, actually, maybe, I don't know. One of those red teams in the East took him when we were forced to put him on waivers at the beginning of the season. Maybe we'll still get one more young gun Outburst in the last box, though. It's definitely still statistically possible. Capo Caco Canvas. We got a Riley Duran and a Cup Quest. Getting to the end. Going through these pretty quick at this point. We got a black and white Alexander Barkov. Encore. Bustle. Next pack. We got another young gun. Justin Robidas. So that was another one we were missing there. Down to 4. And last pack here for box number 11. We got a Sparkly Bustle. We got a Nuge Canvas. And then just default insert. Okay, 1 box to go. Last pack of the case. Hoping for a big case hit here. Something super rare. Hey, I'll take a black and white Brady Tkachuk canvas. That's all right. That's not the case hit I'm talking about, though. I want to see an Alexander Ovechkin gold Outburst retro. Is that too much to ask? We've got Ethan Frank. There's another one, so we're down to 3. The way collation works, still very possible I get all 3 from this box. We got a sizzle reel. We got, there's Brady's not black and white canvas. And a portrait. Throwing cards all over the place here. Let's see. Next pack, we got an Encore. We got a Compositions and a Compadres. We've got Sizzle Reel. Another, oh no, I was going to say another Demidov, but that is actually the checklist. So that was good. That was the one that we were missing. Down to just 2. Zane Parekh, though, one of the 2. We got our Dazzlers. We got a Connor Zary canvas and a Cup Quest. Next pack, our last 6. We've got an Encore. We've got a Compadres. And then we got a Ryan Suzuki young gun. Next pack. Here's our Outburst. It is not a young gun. So just the 2 in the case. Not the 2 I would have chosen. Next pack. Let's see something super special here to make up for our poor young gun Outbursts. Alex Barkov canvas. Dominic Shine. So there you go. Zane Parekh is now the only young gun we have not opened. Third last. Cutter Gauthier, Sizzle Reel, Zane Parekh. There you go. So Young Gun set complete. And we get a bonus Demidov, so it won't be the worst case, no matter how we finish. But I would still love to see something a little more exciting than what we've seen. And here you go. It is a Young Guns exclusive. It is Parker Ford, so not the guy we would want, but a little nicer than what we had seen up until this point in terms of rarity. Last pack, we've got a Young Gun canvas of Justin Robidas and another Young Gun of Quinn Hutson, and then a composition to finish it off. All right, everyone, so that is our 12 boxes. I'm going to be right back with a little summary of what we pulled here. All right, guys, so to summarize the case, we got these 4 junk box hits. Please get rid of those upper deck. We got 2 base deluxe, Matthew Tkachuk and Anthony Stolarz. We got these 2 numbered parallels of just random inserts. Also not a huge fan of those. For population counts, we got 2 1000s and 1 500. So these actually look pretty nice this year, I think, with the background they got going on here. Too bad we didn't hit anything a little shorter than 500. And then randomly we did get this 1 printing plate, magenta. Don't see those too much in flagship. And then finally for Young Guns, so we got our 2 Demidovs. That's the most important part here of this case. We got 6 canvas Young Guns and then a black and white canvas Young Gun. So no real big names in here, but like I said, I guess Dvorsky here is probably the best Young Gun pull there in the canvas. But like I said, the checklist just, Zane Parekh, and that's about it. We got our 2 Outburst Young Guns, nobody extraordinary. We got a clear-cut Young Gun of A-Balls here. We got a deluxe Young Gun of Koivunen. And we got our exclusives Young Gun, Parker Ford. So, overall, I think decent case in terms of what we hit. It would be nicer if we hit better names on some of these parallels. But I guess that kind of comes with the territory when you have a set with just 1 big Young Gun. Because, I could have done a little better getting guys like Zagarud or Zane Parekh. But even those guys are a big step behind Demidov. So it's kind of like if you don't get your exclusive as a Demidov, then it's probably not going to be someone you're very excited about. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this case. It's a fun time of year, the new 25-26 crop. So that's it for this one. And, I'll be back next time with, I think Premier is probably the next set out. But, we'll do another case when Series 2 comes out. All right, everyone. Until then, thanks for watching.